Noah is going to be coming in for a session with me. I'm going to take a couple of minutes and just see what's going on, see what assignments are coming up, just try and get a picture of what we might need to talk about. She's got one missing assignment in English. I'm also saying sometimes she performs not as well on assignments. Like sometimes she does great. Biology, same thing. I always like to go read these teacher comments on excused absence. When I'm covering a session that may or may not be something that I talk about with her, I'll probably ask her in a non-judgmental way, is she going to class, is she not? What I'm seeing overall is that she does have a chunk of missing assignments, so I do want to talk about what her homework routine is or how we can help her get through those assignments. And then if I think it makes sense, I'll go talk to her about study skills, because she sometimes does really well on exams and sometimes she doesn't. Same things in history. This 75% weighted category, that's really what's hurting her grades. Sometimes that's helpful to explain to students. If they weren't doing well last quarter and then they start turning in assignments and doing well, but their grade hasn't changed, I'm gonna make sure to talk to her, one, about how we can catch up on some missing assignments, but two, how do we create some structure for her? Because if I just ask her to go home and do a whole bunch of homework, she's probably gonna not be able to get started on her work. So I'm really gonna focus on those routines with her for the rest of this week. I also see that next week she has an exam coming up. I probably will talk to her about study skills and math. A lot of that will just be catching up on her missing homework assignments, because that's a lot of her studying. Especially when a student isn't doing as well in some of her classes, I don't want to be overwhelming. I want to get her to the next step, and the next step for her is getting all of those homework assignments in. She's got an assignment in history due tonight. A lot of students won't notice when they have an assignment due on Sunday nights. It is Sunday right now, so I'm gonna make sure that she's started. This is a slightly longer assignment that was also due on Friday. So I'm gonna make sure that she has gotten through it and break it down if needed. The patterns that I saw were that she's got a lot of missing assignments. She's missing class in some of her classes for some reason. So we're gonna talk about how to catch up on her missing assignments, and then we'll talk a little bit about study skills. We'll go through it together. How do we get through these missing assignments and then making sure they go under her plan. I'll take some time when she comes in to color with her, and I'll just chat for a little bit about how things are going, get an idea of what she thinks she needs to work on, talk to her a little bit about why she's missing class or why she's missing assignments, and then we'll jump in from there.